What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the list. Episode 2. We got a new co-host here, Big Ben, Espen. And for episode 2, we have Johnny Westside coming in. Yes, sir. All right, for episode 2, we have Johnny here with a 92 Civic DX hatch. What, a K24, correct?
K24, JDM K24.
JDM K24. So, tell us a little bit how this all started. This whole build, and or let's how you want to start it.
We could just say, first off, how'd you get the car?
All right, so how I got the car. So Neron right here, he found this car. I took him up there to go pick it up. I had a EG sedan, Phantom Gray, and he bought it from this old dude. He bought it for his son, but his son was never driving it, so he ended up posting it up for sale. And then Neron bought it, and then the first thing I said, I was like, if you sell it, bro, I'm buying it. And, you know, this guy, he's a hustler in the car. So,
Yeah, he had to have it.
Took him a while for him to get him to sell it to me. He told it to me for a little more than what he bought it for, but I was like, I don't even care, bro. I just need another Phantom Gray hatch in my life.
Yeah, he had to have it. The reason why he had to have it. Let's get down to the reason why I sold you the car and the reason why I wanted you to have the car. You know how it happened, how it started from the first Phantom. I guess you had, right? Correct?
Yeah. So I had maybe, I think I had 2 more before this one, right?
So you was always into these chassis, which is the EGs, right?
Yeah. And this specific color, Phantom Gray.
Oh, okay.
So let's go back to the first one, or the reason why you wanted another Phantom. Let's talk about how you wanted another Phantom.
All right. So my very first one, I was in high school. So my first one, I seen down on Del Ridge. It was parked on the street. It had a for sale sign on it.
I remember that.
And it was like down the street from one of my best friends, Frankie Chan's, his parents' house. I used to go by that thing every day. I used to see the for sale sign on it. I wasn't working at the time, but I had to ask my sisters to buy it for me. So my first car, my 2 sisters bought it for me. It was a 1993 Phantom Gray Honda Civic hatchback, and it had a LS swap in it with a GSR tranny, and it had like some gunmetal slipstreams on it with a poly slip.
Oh, I remember that.
I think it came with a EG6 cluster in it. It was nice. It was my first car. I fell in love with it, man. Like.
And how old were you when you first got it?
Damn, I don't even know. High school.
Let's take a guess.
High school. I'm gonna say like 16 or 17 or something like
16,
that.
17.
Yeah.
And I think we know who he got the car from or who painted it, right? Correct?
I know who the car came from after the fact. Like, I told them, like, I bought this car from this place and it had this and that, and then they was like, oh, we were the one that built it. And then so the person that actually built that car or put that car together was the older homies, Jay Ryan and Mai.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. See, Ben didn't even know that.
I didn't even know that.
He didn't know that.
I think the backstory off of that was they bought it off of one of their friends, and then they put it together, and then they sold it or
No,
something.
it was a clean
But
car.
You said
It
that
was
was, you said that
it
was
was
a hatch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
same
It was
same
hella
exact thing.
clean.
But it was a CX
hella
model. Was it a
clean,
CX
bro.
model?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
CX
CX
model.
model.
One of the lighter model EGs, and yeah, I don't know. I had that thing throughout pretty much whole high school. Man, I took care of that thing. Like I washed that thing every day. My mom would at me talking about, why you wash it every day? You gonna wash the damn paint off of it?
Wasting all my water.
Yeah.
You know how Cambodian moms are. So let's fast forward a little bit. So when you got that car, the first time you got that car, what made you get rid of it, or why did you get rid of it at the time? To like, to regret it and reminisce to finally come to this one.
So one day at school, it was parked in the parking lot. I went on my lunch break, and then the homie called me talking about, oh, this person just fucking crashed into your car, and then
Damn.
smashed my driver's side fender. But luckily enough, he knew somebody. His dad knew somebody that owned the body shop out here in White Center, actually, and they fixed it. And then after that, I had it for a little bit more. When my homie Frankie used to live on Ambom, I had it parked there. His old neighbor backed up, hit the same fender that just got, or hit the door that got, or whatever, the fender, I think, hit that. And then I was like, fuck, I didn't even fix it. The old dude threw me some cash. I was like, all right, cool. And then one summer, I think I had the car parked on the street in front of my mom's house in High Point, and garbage truck comes out the alleyway and trying to take a left. This it hits my driver's side door and then creased my So I was just like, all right, I don't know. Every time I fix this thing, something happens.
It just felt like bad luck.
Yeah. And then the final straw was like, I was getting ready for, I don't know if it was a Golden Garden meet or a Manusen Park, but I had washed the car. It was a nice sunny day. I had the car running, and then I didn't have a timing belt cover over the timing side, so I was wiping down the engine bay, doing my thing. The car was running. I didn't realize I freaking put the microfiber like too close, got caught in the timing belt, and then it was wraps from that. I didn't really know how to work on cars back then. So
were you still able to go to that meet?
I didn't.
When that happened?
I didn't, because I didn't know how to
Bad
work on
luck
cars
with
like that.
this car.
I was just like,
Yeah.
all right, I don't know. I don't know what to do with this car. I retime it. I figure out how to retime it, like watching videos on YouTube. I think I didn't really time it properly because the car ran after I did it. But it drove and it started. And then I think after that, I just kind of lost the motivation for the car because all this stuff was happening to it. Then I ended up selling it to one of the homies.
So you pretty much didn't think it was going to be that easy owning a car.
Yeah.
Correct? And you just thought that it was just going to be fun and, you could do this
Yeah.
modification to it, this and that. You didn't think about the bad stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it was a fun car. Like, we had a team Elusive back in the days. We went street racing every Friday night.
Every weekend, Kent races.
Every weekend. We were there at Kent in that parking lot.
What year was that?
It was, I think it was a 93. I can't remember. It's been hella long.
Yeah,
But I'm pretty sure it was a 93. But
Oh no, what year were you guys was racing?
what year it was
Going
racing?
to the track.
2000s.
Bro, early 2000 when it
2000s.
was actually street racing.
Yeah, I was going since I was 12 with my sister and brother-in-law.
See why you're into these chassis. So how many of these chassis have you been through so far?
The hatches?
Like hatches
Think-
or sedans, but like
I think I've been through 4 hatches, 1 EG sedan that was also Phantom Gray. I've been through white EF hatch, black CRX SI, 2 white 4-door EF sedans. So my other favorite chassis over the EG would be EF chassis.
okay. Well, I see how you stuck with the EG chassis. Your car now. What do you think you did that you thought that made it better than your first one?
Than my
Because
first
you
one?
already knew a lot from the first one.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
how about this question? How about when you got this car from me, right? Did you ever get that feeling where you would have the same bad luck with the first one with this one now? Like what made it different? Because you had more experience, you had more knowledge.
Yeah.
How this come to where it is now?
So this car, when I bought it back from him in 2016, I bought it because I wanted to rebuild. Like my first car, like it was nice and all, but it was like I was doing things that were like
Not how you want it to be, right?
it was like I was doing it how I wanted it to be because I never really cared about like what people think. I did it like that, but this car was like the resurrection. I wanted to call this was actually called the resurrection to me because like all the knowledge, everything that I learned over the years, all the people I've been around, this car was gonna be the car that I did everything that I know and learned and seen to this car and make everything how it is now. It's like there's so many different things that I learned. There's so many things that I wanted to do differently and to make this clean and how it is right now.
All right, so I remember the first time you went with me to go buy this thing, bone stock, right?
Yep.
So when you first got it, it just had a Y7 swap?
Had a Y7 swap that some shop up north put in it. It had the paperwork for the actual shop that did it.
And let's go on to the first mod and everything you did to this car, in and out. You know what?
First off,
What happened through the time?
First off, what'd you do with that single swap?
Yeah.
Where did that go?
I told you to keep it.
That
that
single swap. I think I threw it in my EG sedan. Oh yeah, I did.
Another Phantom Gray.
Oh yeah,
EG sedan.
My Phantom Gray sedan had a B20 turbo, or was it nah? It was either B20. No, yeah, it had a B20 turbo in it, and then I think no, it did have a B20 turbo, and then it started smoking. I thought it was like the turbo was bad, so I took the turbo kit off, and then I pulled the head off, and actually cylinder 3 had a crack in the sleeve. So I scrapped that motor, and then me and OG Don at I Have No Car, we went to some dude's house south, and he had an LS swap for sale. So I picked that up. I ended up throwing it into the sedan, put the turbo kit back on there. I get it tuned by Rich Tune, and then I drove the sedan for a while, but I also had the hatch at the same time, and it was just all stock with the Y7. No,
Okay,
it was still running. I just kept it stock like that for a while. It had the Y7 in it, and then one day I decided, I was like, all right, I'm gonna take everything off of my sedan, and then I'm gonna throw it in the hatch. So that was when the first swap happened in this hatch.
So you just threw everything over your B series swap into the hatch.
Yep.
And that was the first step to your build.
Yep.
Pretty much.
So that was the first start of this whole build. Like everything that I've always been EG chassis, so I always had like parts and extra parts that I had. So I would just throw it on here. So
what made you wanted to go K swap now?
K swap.
Since you've been B series most of your years.
Yeah.
Why did you want to go K swap?
So going K swap, it was always a vision in my head. It was always something that I wanted to do. Growing up, I used to always go to Don's shop over in White Center on 16th Ave. I actually helped him do a K swap in one of the old homies' car, and
because Don was like one of the first people that we've seen that had K swaps in cars too.
Yeah, so
that's probably like an
I don't even think Don was the first person I seen. The first person I think I seen with a K swap in a car was Thomas.
Thomas and the
He had a white EF sedan on 5-lug on an Advan 3 spokes.
Fire.
With a K swap, bro. And when I seen that, I was like, bro, what the is even this engine, dude? Like,
it was crazy.
You know what's funny? Before I even knew Thomas, I saw that car on Craigslist, and I was like, man, I always wanted the EF4 with the K swap.
Yeah.
So that's something I always wanted to do. So maybe in the future I'll probably do something like
Round
that.
2?
Yeah.
Round 2?
That too.
I see why you like K swap, because
And I got an EF2, and Johnny said his other favorite chassis is an EF. So maybe we'll do a whole interview next time with just EF a whole EF thing. But let's get to so you had an LS in this thing, correct, from the sedan?
So I had a LS turbo in here from my sedan, and then I think this was like one of my only cars, so I was daily driving it every day to like work in Seattle. And after that, I think I ended up pulling the turbo kit off. I sold it to one of the homies, and he ended up putting it in his 5-speed CRV. And then I just kept the NA for the meantime. Then I ended up buying a semi-built GSR from...
I remember that, yeah.
It's either... I think I bought it from Don or Omar, but I think Omar traded Don for a K-swap or something. So that I think I ended up buying that GSR off from Don. And then that was when I was living in an apartment in Kent. And
that GSR made good power, right?
yeah, that GSR made 205 and 135 torque, and that was literally just a GSR with Nippon Racing CTR pistons. It had stock GSR cams, stock fuel injectors, Skunk 2 Ultra Street manifold, I believe, and then it had dual valve springs, and then just like an eBay tri-Y header. That was about it. And Rich tuned that car as well.
That's good. That's a good tune. That's a good power.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rich.
It was fun.
I'm not gonna lie. Ever since I known you, you always had a turbo B series. Like, do you think that you'd probably do that for your car now, since you're K series, or do you think you just like the NA setup?
I mean, forced induction has always been crossing my mind with this, but like the only reason why I went K is because the way that it drives, the reliability, and then like the little mods you have to do to it to make as much power as it does and be reliable. Turbo, I'll be thinking about that, but if I ever was to force induct this, I'm thinking about a supercharger, like a Merc Racing supercharger or something. But turbo, I don't know.
Yeah, I think supercharger would be a good setup because you've been doing turbo for a long time, so I think it'd be a good experience to do a supercharger because that's something I want to do on my B series. So
Yeah.
We think
Yeah.
you like a Vortex supercharger, old school. Keep it.
I don't know. There's a lot of superchargers out there. I'm still looking on what could be good, but yeah, I don't know I haven't pinpointed what I really want, but what kind of supercharger were you thinking?
Like, what would be on your mind?
You
Like
want
a
I
supercharger.
want the Merc Racing supercharger,
Racing? I
but
never
that thing
heard
is like 7,000.
But he's got money. Look at the car. He's got money.
On top of
let
that,
it fool
let's go back to this. Let's
Don't
talk
let
about
it fool you.
First off, this guy Johnny got so much luck. If you want to ask him about raffles, this guy's been winning everything on the raffle.
every raffle.
So before this interview, he was just telling us that he just won a spoon steering wheel.
Hey,
So
No. He said, "Man, I should have put my spoon wheels on," but it's on millions.
Yeah. So what else have you won from the spoon steering wheel and the spoon wheels?
from these raffles I
Yeah.
played online.
What else have you won so far?
All right. Beginning off, I won a shift knob from like Dime Performance, the Delrin plastic shift knob. I still have it till this day. What else? I think my second win was some 15x8 35 T37s in diamond black.
I remember that.
And then after that, I think I played another raffle. I won some Garcia Cal Speed Choppies with the speed rings and the moon cap.
I
ended
remember
up
that.
selling that to the homie.
And you wanted those for your EF.
Yeah, and then what else did I win?
Man,
I won the spoon wheels, and then I just recently won the spoon steering wheels. Oh, I won the spoon calipers as well.
Spoon calipers.
So
man, this guy just be winning every raffle.
He's getting built. This car is getting built by raffles.
hey, raffles, hard work, and a little bit of casino.
I feel like that's why I kind of like the scene now because like you know, a lot of people that can't afford these parts, they can raffle it, and you know, raffles. I guess you could say they're not expensive, but I guess you could say it's inexpensive to like, you know, someone that just wants to build like a, you know, on their first car or something like
Yeah.
that. So that's kind of cool.
And it is a gamble, but
When you win, you win.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, do I really want to cough out this money for this part, or I can play this person's little raffle and test my luck? That's about it. It's like you either play or you don't play, but if you don't play, how you gonna win?
yeah.
So let's.
$20 is better than spending like $2,500, $3,000 on the part, right? But
Yeah.
like,
Hey, these
you're
parts are
just
getting
testing your
expensive
luck.
nowadays. Like, it's skyrocket. Nothing's cheap anymore.
Let's talk about what you did to this car, like inside and out.
Inside and out. From stock, I had some Blocks Pro Drags from my sedan I threw on. I had some 949 6 ULs I threw on. All stock pretty much. Did that. Did a USDM audio console. Then I think that's how it started. Drove it like that for a while. Then after a while driving like that, what I do? Take the single cam out, put the GSR, oh no, LS Turbo in. Then I went after the LS Turbo, GSR. Then after that, I sold the GSR to the homie Christian. Then before that, I was gathering up all of the swap parts and everything, the motor, to do the case swap. Took me a little while to do that, but once I finally gathered all the parts I needed to do the swap, did that. We took the engine out, prepped the bay up, did the wire tuck and all that stuff.
And you say we, like you guys sprayed the bay. You guys
Yeah.
dropped the swap, sprayed the bay at Backyard Boogie right at your parents' house.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where pretty much most of it all started. We did your engine bay at my parents' house, which
Yep.
is in
In the
Skyway.
backyard, in the mud,
Backyard Boogie
in the mud.
in the mud.
Yeah. Every night I'll get off of work around like 10:30, 11. I'll swing up to his parents' house and then we'll get to work on the whip. Like,
What gave you that drive to just you wanted to finish it? Like, why'd you want it to finish it?
why do I want to finish it?
You just wanted to.
It was just always a vision for me to go K-swap when I finally was old enough to and able to afford the parts, you know, like I got a good job now, so it's like I was able to buy the parts slowly, gather them all up, and then with all the knowledge that I gained from everybody around me, I was finally able to do my own K-swap, like just off of learning, going on Google, you know, like asking certain people certain questions, but most of it was just like,
So you always wanted to go K-swap back in the days.
yeah. So I always wanted to go K-swap back in the days from when I first seen a K-swap, and the first K-swap that I ever helped Don do, like in my whole entire life, like it was in high school. I helped Don do a K-swap, and after that, he was doing K-swaps in his cars, and I was like, man, one day I'm gonna put a K-swap in one of my cars, and this was the one that had to go K-swap.
And back then it was a lot harder, so like you had to cut wires and everything like that. Now
Yeah.
they make pre-made harnesses and everything,
Yeah.
mounts and everything. That there's no welding, certain weldings and everything like that.
Yeah.
But it's a lot easier now.
And then, I mean, over the years too, I thought things would get cheaper, but honestly, it's not that. It's not cheap. It like those little parts start adding up. Like the motor mounts, man, them things is crazy. But thankfully, the homie Alex had a bunch of K-swap parts for sale, and I bought a bunch of the stuff off of him, like the ECU, the motor mounts, the shifter. I bought that off him. I think I bought the axles off him as well. So pretty much I had he had most of the stuff that I needed, and I bought it all off him for a really good deal, and everything else I just bought online and slowly just kept buying stuff and letting it collect until I finally had everything to do the swap.
So let's talk about buying all that. So you have, is it stock axles? Is it
Yeah,
Insane
so it's a
shaft.
stock base model RSX 32 millimeter axles.
and then ECU? You're running
ECU, I'm running Honda K Pro V4,
V4
and then
shifter. Let's go with the shifter.
shifter,
Let's
I'm
talk about
running-
everything here. Everything from the motor to outside going on.
So front to back, motor I bought from JDM of Washington down to Auburn. I paid $950 cash out the door for the JDM K24 RBB3. I went RBB3 because everybody was saying RBB3 is the best K24 that you can buy. I think is a true 3-low VTEC. So I went with that. Transmission I actually bought from Reliable Renters. He gave me a really good deal on it because the outer casing, or was it the inner casing, the back side that bolts up to the T-bracket was broken off. So I bought that for a really good deal.
Shout out Reliable Ranchers.
And then Ben, I guess he had an inner casing or he had a tranny that he gave to the homie. And then I hit up the homie and he still happened to have it because I ordered a casing and then I actually ordered the bell housing side or the outer side. And I needed the inner side. And then he gave that to me. So I was able to take the tranny up to Spiker Translab. And he went through everything and checked out what was wrong. And he rebuilt the tranny for me. And so motor.
So for someone that wants to go K series, what would you tell them to be their first plan? Like, how would you think they want to start up first before they want to go K series? Like
what should they buy first? Or
what do you think?
What should you buy first?
Yeah, you think the motor was the most important part first, or you think just like the components around it? Because I know that the motor is probably the most affordable thing, but like I know the components around it is probably.
For me, it was more like in my head, I knew I wanted to go K swap, so I would go online and like look for parts. Like some parts I bought brand new, some parts are not even they got no name or they're not like the other top brand names, but
So you would say like more like budget wise for
I would
someone that wants
say
to go K series friendly.
I would say there's a lot of budget ways to do things, but there's certain things, budget ways where I feel like certain budget things I would spend the money on or I would buy, but the important things I would spend the money on and buy the top quality stuff for it because those are the important parts, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But you can always do a budget build for a K series. Like there's a lot of companies that make budget build parts, but for me, like this build is like part budget, but most of the parts are like top stuff, like important wise to me.
Because you can always upgrade from that too, right?
Yeah, you can always upgrade later on too. You know, it's like you don't gotta buy all the. I mean, they always say, yeah, do it once, cry now.
Yeah.
You know, or you can do it the cheap way and you're gonna cry like 3 times. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna have to buy another part or whatever. But
yeah, that's true.
that's one thing I took into this build too, as well as like I've done the cheap stuff. I've done like whatever, you know, whatever I couldn't afford. But now it's like
Nothing beats quality.
nothing beats the quality of really good built parts and like good reputable companies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, you know, talking about quality, what's something next you think that's like something quality that you'll put on your car next? Like what's something in mind that you think that will stand out to you? Or something that's
I mean,
exterior wise, engine wise.
right now,
What's
right
next
now,
for you?
right now with the car, how it sits is like pretty much how I like it. Like growing up and doing all the other builds that I've done. Like I've done
I
the
know you like that OEM, like
yeah,
OEM plus type of
like
look, right?
pretty much I do like how my car is right now is like pretty much like an OEM plus, but like with tasteful mods. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like it's a timeless look. Like this probably been done a million times, but like it's timeless. Like everybody loves that look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've done the track look. I've done like full aero, like full wing, fucking custom made wood splitter, custom made like air dam. You know, like I've done all that, and that was fun. It was a little track phase I had. You know.
You switch it back and forth like a month here, a
Yeah.
month there.
Yeah, but I also had like so much different parts like back in days, and I would like switch the look up like Jay's racing lip, and had a full like top one splitter and all this and that, and live sport wing, and I had fucking charge speed front fenders back in the days. But
So you he went a little aggressive and he simplified it and went a little aggressive / simple, but now it's where it's at. And let's talk about like what's done to it now. Like what do you have now? Like so I see you got custom projector headlights, you got the spoon lip, you got the Mulligans.
yeah.
Around the car. Let's talk about what's going on around the car, like how it sits now.
So pretty much how it sits now is just some eBay, I think, retrofit headlights with like some Morimoto's, like, or no, by Xenon or whatever the brand is, projectors, EG6 corners. Got a spoon lip. Wheels are Mugam MF10Ls. Spoon calipers I won off of raffle. I got BC Racing Extreme Lows with custom Swiss Spring upgrades that I bought from one of my coworkers.
What's the
Spoon wing.
What's the spring rate on those suspension you have?
They're like, ooh, they're up there. They're like 20 in the front, I think.
20 in the front.
Or is it 20 in the back and like a little more stiffer in the front? They're super stiff.
I've been in it. It's really
you always
stiff.
like to run stiff because
Yeah.
just because I know like you like your cars low.
Yeah. So for me, like what makes a car to me is like the ride height. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
If your ride height is not right, like
Your car don't look right. how it's supposed to.
it don't look right to me, honestly.
Because he was a stance boy back in the day.
Like,
Don't be looking like a monster
Like,
truck out here.
I ain't gonna lie, I raised this car up. It used to be tucking the tires, like, but I had to raise it up because of the K series, you know, like when I had it a little bit lower, the oil pan was literally like this high off the ground, you know what I mean? And this is on, I got the Hatsport adjustable motor mounts, and I got it on the high setting. And K24s, they're a little longer, so the oil pan is either gonna sit low if you put it low and you got hood clearance, or you got to deal with the hood clearance and have oil pan clearance. But this carbon fiber hood, it's a old school fiber image carbon fiber hood,
Yeah, that
which
thing
is
clears the
paint
swat
matched,
real good,
which is
too.
paint matched on the outside, but inside, as you can see, there's no skeleton.
I never knew that.
It's just straight raw.
I thought that was an OEM hood.
Yeah, nobody know because it's paint matched, but it's a fiber
So
image hood.
what made you want to paint match it? Was it like super clean
It
before,
nah,
or was it like?
it was faded. It was damaged. I actually got it from the homie Tom. I think I traded him my OEM hood for it.
You traded an OEM hood for a carbon fiber image hood.
Yeah, and it was pretty beat up. And me and the homie Alberto, when he had his shop down in Kent, actually we did some of the body work on it, or I did some of the body work in my apartment garage that when I was living there. I did my own fiberglass work. It's not the greatest. You can still see like it shrinking and all that, but hey, I never did body work ever in my life, and I tried, and it is what it is, but it still look good.
Okay, and I see you got the RBC manifold.
Yep.
I don't know if it's stock or ported. You got the headers. Let's talk about like engine wise and the tune and how much power it made.
All right, engine wise, so just JDM K24A RBB3. I did a 4-piston oil pump. Did the 50-degree VTC, RBC. Got the 72 millimeter throttle body gifted to me from Ben and Holly for my birthday, I believe.
Shout out Big Ben.
I did match the opening of the RBC to match the throttle body by myself, and it took me forever.
Yeah.
It has a Jack Spania big tube header with a megaphone. It's a Z1 6-speed transmission. Then
I remember you just put a new clutch in recently, right?
Oh yeah. So I had to put a new clutch in because July 4th, I was going crazy.
He's going
You
crazy.
can pop in one of them clips if we need to.
So yeah, put that down below.
And then
What kind of clutch did you have in there?
I had
when it blew out?
I had a competition stage 4 6-puck sprung.
Okay.
No. That's what I have in it right now. I had a ACT heavy duty street series clutch in there.
That's kind of crazy how it kind of went out.
Yeah.
How do you like the new clutch that you put in now?
The new clutch, I like it. It grabs hard. It doesn't chatter.
And you said what kind of clutch was it?
This is a competition
Before it was
stage
the
4
ACT.
6-puck.
Okay.
Yeah, before I had the ACT. But
And you're running a K Pro V4
yeah, K Pro V4.
and power. You made how much power? How many torque?
I made 226 and what was it? 160. Was it? No.
That's some.
I forgot. Let me check, man.
160 around there. That's still pretty.
But are you satisfied with those numbers, or do like you said you want to in the future you want to go supercharged and get better power?
Like for it being honestly stock with what mods it have, like that's good numbers. Like I feel like that's good. Like Tuner said, I can drop in some Dracotels and like 3.2s, I believe, and do a valve spring, and then I could probably make like 260 on with just a drop-in cam.
Is that something you plan on doing in the future?
Is this straight K24, right?
Yeah, straight
K24. I mean,
no K24.
I believe
20
I had a straight K24 on my Delso, and it made 246 stock.
Yeah.
So I just don't. I mean,
So
you can cut that out.
Do you plan on doing drop-in cans because of that power, or do you just think like what you said before? Are you just gonna go just straight supercharged? Because those are good numbers too, but like you can definitely do both. But
yeah,
I mean, it's just on what you want to.
Currently, like right now, I feel like it's good. I like it. It's like it's cool. It gets up, and then but you know nothing can. I mean, forced induction is hella fun, but being NA and being fast is way more fun.
Yeah, there ain't nothing like naturally aspirated power.
Like to me, driving a slow car and racing your homies in like two slow cars is gonna be way more fun than racing your homie in a fast car and his car is low. You know, like just two single cams or something. Just you lined up and just races like you're gonna be smiling, laughing the whole time you're racing.
All right.
I've done that. I've done that with my homie Zach. I had a white EF hatch, dual point single cam. He had a CRX dual point single cam. Bro, me and him ran it. That shit was so funny. I was laughing the whole time. He got me, but it was a fun ass race.
Yeah.
So let's go on to we know about the motor. We know how much power it makes. We know what's done to it. We know that you have the Mugans on there with the spoon calipers that he got from a raffle. Suspension with the custom Swift springs. Let's go on to like exhaust and interior now. So like what size exhaust you're running with, and what made you decide to go with that kind of exhaust and the interior you have. I know if you can get inside and get a little video of that he has I don't think you have a heater no more, right? Correct?
No, I got heater still. No, I kept the luxury of heater. Like
okay, but he has his gauges where the climate control was. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the exhaust and the climate control area inside and the interior work.
So I mean the interior, I didn't relocate the climate control. Still in the same spot. The radio, I just put a 3-plate. I put a block off with a 3-plate in there, and I threw 3 gauges in there: volt, oil pressure, and air fuel, and then like I said, I had this audio console part since high school, still with me to this day. I got a Toto 7-inch in there with Android and CarPlay and shit like that, and then it connects to the ECU actually through Bluetooth, so I can monitor like all the little shit on the in-dash actually.
AFR and everything from Honda.
Yeah, then it's got energy quick release with a spoon steering wheel, and then just Delso seats. Then it used to be half gutted, and I used to have the EM racing bar and stuff like that, and then I ended up, as I got older, I needed something comfortable inside, so I
threw it all back in.
Interior back in, but I had to source it back out because I sold it to one of the homies a while back for a really good deal, like cheap, bro. And then when I wanted to find it back, like I literally had to piece everything back together. Like I went to multiple junkyards, north to south, to find these parts. And then I finally found everything, and I put it back in, and haven't took any of the interior back out ever since. Like it's just full interior.
So you plan on leaving it stuck like this now?
Yeah.
Or maybe like upgrading the seats, or maybe
just simplified, man. Like when I was younger, I used to do a lot of crazy shit, bro. Like fully gutted. The only thing I had in the car was a dash and a steering wheel, bro. Like I had cars that were
that
gutted.
race look back in the days.
Yeah, but
he makes it up a lot.
That was when I was like into like just fully gutted things, the raw, everything, the feel. You know, like now that I got older, it's like I need the full interior, I need the heater, I need all that. You know,
and the car still has
what's
He
that
has all the
called?
luxury.
The sound deadening, right?
Yeah, still has all the
Okay, still has sound
factory
in it. So
little
it's pretty
sound
much
ending
it's
in
pretty
there.
much factory. He just
Yeah.
gutted it out for a little while and
Yeah.
then put it all back together. And Big Ben, what was your question?
I was gonna ask, all that stuff that's done to your car now, like what's your favorite piece of the car now? Like, since you've done all that, like your favorite piece now and like your favorite piece that you want to do in the future.
My favorite piece that I will say right now that is done to the car is gonna be the engine bay and the motor swap. You know what I mean? Cause me and the homies, well, they been at Backyard Boogie and the homie Christian. We would be there every night, just grinding, like sanding down the bay, prepping it. Getting it together.
It's like
Ben shot the
every
paint.
Honda guy's dream just to be a K series,
Yeah.
So I know that was a big thing.
Yeah.
It's not just jumping into it. He took a lot of steps. He had a Phantom Gray EG back then, got rid of it, wanted that feeling back, and got another one and
Did all the stuff.
redid everything from a B swap to from a single to a B swap to a K swap. It was a long process. So like it takes time.
It does.
Yeah.
So, man, the car looks good already how it is, but do you plan on doing anything else to the exterior? Like, what's your next step? Like, do you want to keep it like this, or do you have any more plans in the future about doing some exterior-wise, like maybe like a body kit, or like
Exterior-wise,
maybe like a rear lip or something, or you got anything cooking up right
Different
now?
lip or
I got-
Fenders.
I got
volume
some.
two?
I got some cooking up, but
B2.
I ain't really gonna talk about it too much. It's
Okay.
just
We
been
just have
sitting
to
in
wait
the
and see.
works. It's been sitting in the works. I've been busy. I don't really got time like that, so it's been sitting in the works. Once I finally get it together, you guys will see it, and when you guys see it, it'll probably be on my IG. So
All right, my favorite part of this car, honestly, is not the fact that he got the car from me or anything. It's the fact that there's a Grady cooling plate right there on the radiator support, and I gave it to him a while back from his birthday. I think a little bit after he bought the car for me, and he's kept that thing ever since. It don't matter if with this guy right here, it don't matter if it's a eBay part or like something small, something simple like a shift knob or like even an air freshener that's ran out of smell, scent. He will keep it. That's the kind of type of person he is, and I like the fact that he kept that cooling plate on there and it never went nowhere since. It's same thing with the car. But yeah, that's my favorite piece of the car is a Grady cooling plate right there. How about you, Big Ben?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Man, I love Mugen stuff, so I'm gonna say my favorite piece is probably the wheels, cause I had these wheels on my car and I never owned them, but all the homies we always like to share wheels and stuff like that, but those are holy grails right there for sure.
I think we're gonna have to put them on your car and get
yeah.
Some flicks. What do you think?
This is one of them holy grails.
Yeah.
Nah, the thing about these Mugen 10s, the backstory about it was the big homie Sharky he pulled up in a truck, bro, like, and he just had hella wheels in the back of his car, dude, and I was just like, yo. So he had these. I think he had the CPFs or something, or CPRs.
The BBRs. The
Bro,
BBRs.
He had,
C28.
man. He came up, pulled up with so much wheels. He pulled up with the anniversary MR5s. So
Fire.
me and Ben were there.
We gonna get you, Sharky.
We were just
We gonna
sitting
get you,
there in
Sharky.
the garage, in the workshop at Backyard Boogie, and then we're like, yep.
Man, I guess you
I was like, F it. I'm gonna just buy those. And then Ben bought his holy grails that he wanted, and then
Yep.
I bought these. And then
He was like one of those guys that comes in the barbershop and sells CDs, opens
Yeah.
his jacket and sells CDs
Yeah.
in the barbershop.
this
you
guy
know?
pulled up. with
Shout
hella
out to
wheels.
Sharky, Pip
He's one of the-
253.
He's one of the OGs in the Honda game,
Yes,
too.
sir.
No, but, I mean, you know about him, but a lot of people probably don't know about him because he be
He'll be in one of the episodes for sure.
low key with it.
Yeah, it was
But
an opportunity
he
we had
big.
to take because what do you think you'll come across, another set of these wheels?
Yeah.
So it's like,
for sure.
I appreciate a lot of, sets like that, but like,
Yep.
these are something I probably wouldn't really sell, but like, it wouldn't have to take me a lot to just, get rid of them. But
Yeah.
Especially in Washington,
It's kind of hard to find parts that people are willing to let go and hand over. It is to have rare parts on your car is it's kind of a thing here. Like everybody wants the rarest parts. Everybody wants the craziest thing on the car that nobody has because everybody kind of has the same stuff in Washington. So like there's a lot of things out there, and people do tend to find it or drive or pay the shipping fee to get it here.
And even the people that had them for a long time, it's just something they wanted to keep.
Yeah.
It's I guess you could say it's kind of a sentimental thing because it's like, do you want to get rid of him just to get some money, or do you want to keep him because are you gonna ever see him again? So it's just like,
it's not about the money,
it's a cool piece to have on your car, and like not even on your car, you can put on any car too. So that's why I like wheels, and like these MF10s are
Fire.
real nice too because you can put on any car you want.
All right.
Last couple questions. Let's go with it. What was the worst like problem you or like part you had to deal with on this car? Like what gave you the most like what really grinded your gears and gave you the biggest headache on this car?
To be honest,
I know.
nothing.
I felt like I think that when Johnny was building the car, I thought it was more like trying to get the K series started because it was his first time, and like I guess you could say it was my first time too. Like I was trying to troubleshoot things.
Yeah.
But I remember when he first got it started, he was pumped. And
I was pumped. It wasn't running right though because
there was
certain things that I had flipped backwards, but I figured it out after watching a couple YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Actually, shout out Young Static, one of the OGs in the Honda game.
Yes, sir. EF gang.
Yeah, he fucking. I watched a couple of his videos especially about Amazon and eBay engine harness. This is the actual Amazon Tuck engine harness, so you got to repin a couple things and then it'll work. But other than that,
yeah, because I know wiring. That's probably what it was too, and wiring is not easy to diagnose at all. Because I know a lot of people don't know how to figure out what which wire goes to what, which one's ground, which one's power. Yeah. So man, that was like that was a good feeling when you get that first car cranked
you're
up.
Over here looking at the schematics, and then you got to use the multimeter and then go from one pin to the other pin and make sure there's a connection there. The engine harness was one of the issues. Grounding a K-series is really important. You got to make sure you have your ground set in the proper spot, especially engine harness. Don't ground it to like underneath the valve cover or whatever. You got to ground it to the actual like grommet metal part of the valve cover, because I did that and then I wasn't getting powered in my ECU and I couldn't figure out why, and then I finally figured it out. I forgot who I called, but they helped me figure it out. Like, where's your ground at? And I had it on the outside. If you ever have a case here, there's on the far right side, if you're looking forward, there's this little spot where you could put a 10 mil bolt, and I think I put my ground there, and then it wasn't grounding off the engine harness, so I wouldn't get the ECU to turn on. I moved it, and then you got to make sure you got I grounded my block, my tranny, I grounded the valve cover as well. And
yeah, those are definitely one of the most important parts of a K series.
And then what else for the wire tuck as well. Like when I used to do wire tucks before, especially in this chassis, I would just drill that hole that's like right here, drill it up with a step bit to the biggest size, and I'll just take the wire and I'll shove it through. I did it differently than what I usually would do. I actually took wires out and depinned it, and then I rerouted in a way where I didn't have to drill these holes out bigger. So that was one thing that I had to learn myself, I never really depinned anything. So on the passenger side, I was frustrated as hell because I really had to depin every single wire. I took multiple pictures, so when I put it back together, I made sure they're back in the same spot. And then when I did that though, everything came out super nice and clean. Actually, I'm gonna change up my favorite part about this.
We got a remix.
My favorite part about this is actually the way I did my fuel lines, my brake booster lines to the manifold. That took me a while to come up with and think of and like take other ideas too as well. But
So what's different that you did that most people don't?
I did this, like, I bought all my lines, like, all my fuel line stuff is Evil Engineering. Like, I didn't even pay for, like, Vibrant Racing or none of that. Like, I
And are
literally ordered out
are those
ammo.
AN lines or
They're all AN lines, braided lines,
Okay.
and
Brake lines too?
brake line? Nah,
Did
brake
you ever
lines
do-
are OEM. I left the
OEM?
factory how it's supposed to be on this
Okay.
car. But that took me a while to think about and do. Same thing with my catch can lines. Because I've seen a lot of K-swaps and some people that do K-swaps, you know, like they have things everywhere. Like
yeah.
their brake booster lines everywhere, their clutch lines everywhere, like their fuel lines everywhere. Or people just buy stuff off the shelf, you know, like they don't actually take the time to think about something and vision it and do it themselves, you know. Like anybody can buy off the part, like shelf, you know, but it's like when you take the time to actually vision it and think about it, do the research, you could come up with stuff like this, you know.
Yeah, I think that's why I like the build a lot, because most of the stuff you did to the engine bay was a lot of, you did most of it in like in an OEM style.
Yeah.
But, you did like a mild tuck, like you tucked the headlights.
Yeah.
Still got the
harness.
battery up front with
You
the
still got
ASP
the battery
catch
up
can.
front. I like how you
Yeah.
still had the fuse box up in there.
Yep.
It still gives that OEM feel, but like it's like refinished.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of like
Yeah.
how it is.
Like
and
OEM plus.
Plus.
yeah, and
It's
the
just
base
like-
painted fresh. And just
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
Shout out to you. To you guys.
Shout out to Big
not me,
Ben at
but
Backyard
everyone
Boogie
else.
for painting the bay.
Not me, but everyone else that be at the backyard. But this is a car that is iconic because it's something that came out from the backyard, but not. You don't always see it, but when it comes out, it comes out.
Yeah, and like if you guys know us or know Backyard Boogie and you know Johnny, the car means a lot, especially with his history. So we had to get him right, and that's what we did. We always try to get him right, even till this day. Moving on forward to whatever he wants to do, it's going to continuously get better.
Still got a lot of things we want to do. It's in the works. Just got to find a time and day because
So
work too much.
you working a lot.
Work too much.
So what do you got to say for the next builder? Like what can you say that can inspire them to like get in any car, not even a Honda, but
Yeah.
like anything else? Like
What's your message to the audience
To the
about
audience.
a build or like
I'ma say-
going through everything you've been through and like even if it's stress or work or like not being able to work on your car to like what's your message to them?
Yeah.
motivational.
So, I mean, to the next generation of car builders, pretty much like just whatever car you got. Like, if you want to build it to what you like, man. Don't go off of other people's expectations and stuff like that. Like whatever you like, you do it. Whatever you can afford at the time, I guess, do it. But at the end of the day, just like me, as a young kid, like building these cars, I had knockoff stuff, and I had reps and shit.
Fake it till you
and-
make it.
But as you get older, you learn that quality stuff will take you longer than the rep stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
You get what you pay for.
but also when you buy quality stuff, it's kind of like an investment as well. You can always resell it for either a little more or your money back. Rep stuff, like, you're gonna have a hard time selling that. Like, if you wanted to sell it, but I'm gonna say just build your car how you want to build it. You know what I mean? Don't follow the don't follow the trend. Don't follow the trend. Don't follow what other people are doing.
Don't rush it.
Just do what you want to do. It's your car. People
So-
are always gonna have something to say, but at the end of the day, it's how you build it.
So where'd you get your inspiration from then? So like
My inspiration.
Yeah,
for this car?
how'd you start? We didn't talk about that in the beginning, which we should have done. But how'd you get into the car scene from the beginning, or what made you
Like, I don't
not just with the Hondas, what in what into cars in general?
Yeah, I just want to know what sparked it. Like,
What
Yeah.
sparked this whole deal? So when I was a kid, my brother actually had like a '96, like a champagne gold or whatever Honda Accord sedan. It wasn't manual. Yeah,
your older brother?
Yeah,
I
It
remember
wasn't
it.
manual
I was
or
in it.
anything, but it was automatic. But this
It was
dude
dope.
had he had a full like Wings West lip kit on it with I think it was an APR or one of those like aluminum wings. He had I don't know what kind of wheels on it, but it looked good. And then, like, he would always take me to school every day back in elementary and drop me off in that car. And then, you know, like, just seeing him build his car, and then, like, his friends that he hung out with when he was in high school, they had little cars back in the days, you know, when, like, body kits, and it was, like, the tuner era, you know.
Yep.
Like, everybody had their own style, man. Like, everybody was literally, like, doing their own thing.
They was doing their own thing.
Like whatever they liked, they did. You know, like body kits, audio system, custom, everything. You know, like they were doing it. And then seeing that was cool. You know, it kind of brought me into cars. And then that was when like maybe got a little older. Fast and the Furious came out. And then you know there was tuner cars in that, and there was also cars that looked just like OEM Plus or like simply modded, and they look really good. You know, and then ever since then, just been hooked on cars. Like. But I always been hooked on cars. I didn't even, like, this wasn't even my dream car, I ain't gonna lie. Like, my dream car back in the days when I was growing up was actually like a 240 flip-up headlights. Like,
Man, I'm not gonna lie, that was my dream car too.
With a,
and a
with a
Corolla.
RB, with a RB 26
Yep.
swap, bro.
That-
Like,
man,
I
always
literally
wanted a
wanted
drift
one of
car.
those, but it never happened. I ended up in Honda somehow, and then been
It's
hooked
just-
ever since.
Yeah, I feel like it's just who you know who you are, you know who you hang around with.
Yeah.
Is who you gonna be. But I think that's where I got my most inspiration from too, from my older cousins and stuff. I know you got it from your older brother, but it's just you are who you hang around with, and I think that's where we got most of our inspiration from. So
Yeah, and to add on, I remember when we were kids. One day, his Johnny's older brother came with the same Accord
Savage.
and picked us up. You know, I thought that thing was like,
Oh yeah,
You know,
forgot. We used to go to the same elementary
yeah, like
school
you know,
together.
he took us to one of the stores like Target or something like that, I think, and we rolled in that Accord, and Johnny was sitting front seat. You know, I was in the back. And then Johnny was scrolling through these burned CDs and playing music and everything. And it was just like, you know, like
that
back then, it's
nostalgia
like,
days,
you know,
bro.
we felt like we were cool kids, and
Yeah.
it's in this like fully modified, body kitted Accord with an aluminum wing and everything, and burned CDs, and
Like that was a thing back in the day.
yeah,
better
it just
times.
That's what
it,
was going on.
it sparked us to like, you know, to keep motivating ourselves to keep doing what we're doing, because we were just kids. You know, we were on bicycles, we were modifying bicycles and everything like that. And you know, if it didn't come to cars, we had these Hot Wheels that Johnny would drill out the frame and put different kind of Hot Wheels frames on there just for different
Change
wheels.
the wheels out.
Yeah, and modifiers came out. I don't know if you guys know about
forgot
modifiers.
about modifiers, bro.
You know, like I got to the point where I super glued excuse my language. I super glued like an Integra front end on an E-Case EM1 modifier.
What was that one? Those little RC cars, bro.
I remember those.
Was it modifiers?
No.
You could buy them at Radio
Like a
Shack.
Hot Wheel?
A
You
modifier.
could buy them at Radio Shack, bro.
Yeah,
Those
the Radio
little
Shack ones.
They were like this big.
Those
bro.
were the ones. If you guys
You could literally
know,
put body kits. and
comment
change
down
the wheels
below.
on it.
I know what
Put a
those
little
were.
remote, bro,
Yes.
and- oh my god.
It was in like a little one piece thing. It was
Yeah.
like a little.
You can upgrade the motors,
Yeah.
change the gearing, bro.
That
I
thing
forgot
was-
what. If somebody knows, put it in the comments.
Put it in
later.
the comment. Like
So it was an RC car.
it was a little RC card.
It was like this big, bro.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
It was like, I think it was the same time as Modifier, like I think maybe after, but those came out and they were like,
They sold them at Radio Shack, bro.
yeah, Radio
You
Shack.
could literally upgrade the motors to a
Yep.
higher power motor.
Change the game.
You could change the gearing so you could race or be faster or whatever. Bro, I think me, you, Frankie, I think we had one, and then we would modify our shit, change our gearing, and then we would race each other to see who's faster.
Man, that's probably where you guys got your
Yeah,
inspiration.
we were
Doing
just
stuff like
kids.
that.
Yeah, we were just kids. We didn't have cars, and it got to the point where like, I got my own car, and it was just a shell. I was only like 14, 15. It's just sat at my house. My parents got mad at me for it. Johnny finally, he picked up his first Phantom. Frankie, he didn't get his own car yet. I think
Frankie
he
had
did
his own car, bro.
He
for
did.
hell long.
He did. He
I
did.
remember Frankie's first car.
But he didn't drive it. I think he started learning driving.
Couldn't drive it until he got his permit.
Yeah, but he did take his brother's car out a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
We used
DA.
to teach. We had to teach his older brother how to drive manual.
Yeah.
And me and Frankie didn't even know how to drive manual. So,
But
well, actually, no, we did. But his older brother used to drive around a 4-door EK, like automatic, and then we taught him how to drive manual. We used to go street racing with him, man. We had one crazy night. It was funny as hell. Maybe
Master
next
Frankie will be
time-
on here though.
Maybe next time.
he'll be on here once-
That story.
His integrity's over there, but he'll be on here next
But-
soon.
He's always been in the DA, and it's white, and I've always been in the Phantom Gray. So if you know me or Frankie, we literally in the same whips that we grew up with in high school, but really different now
Yes, sir.
compared to what we did in high school.
Same as Ben. He started off with the silver EF
Had a
hatch.
silver year hatch with
Always
a
loved the
B
Yes,
series.
sir. Me, I don't know if you guys follow me or seen my stories, but my first CRX, I posted it on my story. It was camera, like flip phone camera quality. It looked crazy as shit. And, I'm still in the EF now. It doesn't change who I am or anything. It's just, you can never forget where you came from or what sparked that feeling. And, yeah, we're pretty much all, the same people. It's just, doing it a little better than we imagined.
Yep. We're just adult now with adult money.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's how things get better. And
We got
better.
more responsibilities though, but we still a little smart with the way we spend our money,
And I think that's it. I think that's it for episode 2. Thank you, Johnny, for being on the show, The List, episode 2. Oh,
Oh, my bad.
here we go. Thank you, Johnny, for being on episode 2 of The List. 92 EG, DX hatch, K24 swap, JDM K24 actually. And we'll catch you guys on episode 3.
Yes, sir.
That's a wrap. Cut.